This video is sponsored by ShUsH, and today I'll tell you why you should shop for their products and how they helped me. Seriously though, they really did help me. Alright, so here we have a blue light testing area. You can clearly see the mark from the blue light. Blue light's extremely harmful for you. It can reduce your sleep quality, give you headaches, and also strain your eyes. Me and my brothers used to call that video game sickness from when we'd stare at a screen for too long. But here with ShUsH, we can play video games all day, all night, and forget our homework. Alright, so here you can clearly see that it's blocking the blue light. Just like how it'll block your eyes from, well, the harmful rays of blue light. Here in their website, which you can find in the description, they have a variety of different styles, prices, so you can pick the one that suits you. So yeah, just check them out. It'll also help me a lot too. Alright, so thank you ShUsH for helping me work longer hours without feeling like The Walking Dead. Bless you. Alright, listen up maggots. No, I was kidding. You guys aren't maggots, you're angels. I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me, you hypersensitive 5-year-old. No, I was kidding. I'm sorry. Just like, I had this argument with like this little 5-year-old kid online. I have no idea why I was arguing with them, but they're like crazy. Anyway, so with a new layer, we're selecting the base color, and we lower the opacity of our main layer so that we can just like, you know, see. And since the bucket kind of went overboard with everything, we are now just like making our line art a little more visible. I bet you're asking, Dina, or Dinah. By the way, my name is Dina, it's not Dinah. For God's sake, please stop calling me Dinah. I'm almost so used to the point of people mispronouncing my name that I'm like, you know what, yeah, okay, fine, I'm Dinah. But no, I'm Dina. So I'm just like trying to clear up the line art since this was like a really messy job. But anyways, so yeah, we're just like cleaning up our line art here a bit. The reason why we are putting our base color on another layer is it'll make like shading and everything so much easier. Okay, so just do it. And now, while you guys are seeing this, I would like to complain about a 5-year-old on the internet. Alright, so like, I don't know, this 5-year-old just came at me. It was like, hey, I would like to commission like some of your drawings. I'm just like, oh dope, a commissioner, yay. Commissions when someone like buys your art. When they tell you like, hey, I want you to draw my OC like this, and you're like, okay. So, you know, I do that. Anyway, selecting the base color of your hair, we are then going to get an even darker color, and we are going to get an airbrush. So we're just making the shadows at the top of the hair and and at the bottom. Sorry, my throat hurts from screaming at this 5-year-old. No, I was kidding, it was over text. My throat hurts because I was recording like 10 videos. Alright, so we're getting a lighter color dispersion across the middle, and as you can see, we're using a skin tone by the bangs. We're also using a blue in the background. Why blue, you ask? That's like backlighting kind of shadowing, like just use blue, okay? And now we are using the line brush to create some beautiful shadows. We are selecting the base color of the hair, and by the way, this is on a multiply layer if you didn't catch that. We're also putting on our force fade. Why do I put on force fade? Because it makes my lines like smoother. I don't know, it like makes it better, okay? But I only ever have force fade on for shadowing. I hardly ever have it on for like line art or anything else, just shadowing. Anyway, so we're just trying to connect everything to the top, like a root of the hair. But I just use that as a guideline. Now I'm just lowering the opacity so that I can make the shadows, like, you know, better. Of course you can connect everything. Of course it's not everything, actually. We're just like connecting the bangs. I noticed that a lot of people are like, I can't connect everything, and their thing kind of looks like a giant spider attacking their head. But you guys do not want to have a giant spider attacking your OC's head. So we're just connecting the bangs. You're not connecting the back hair either, just the bangs first, alright? That's all you're gonna do. And as you can see, I'm not connecting every single line to the top of the hair, just like some lines. Alright? Like that. And when everything connects, we're making those lines a little thicker. And now we're just following over our line art and the line art that I stole from Gotcha Club. I mean, borrowed. So that we can just have some shadows. Like, we're following the guidelines that was already there by the line art to create shadows. By the way, once again, my lighting is coming from the upper right corner. I still need to use my hands to figure out what direction is what. I don't know, I'm like 15. And it's still not engraved in my head, like, that side's left, that side's right. I'm like, no, let's see, what hand do I draw with? Right, I draw my right hand, that's the right side. Yeah, so anyone ever calls me smart, think of that again. By the way, I don't remember my times table. I can't do sevens, man. Sevens are hard. I could probably like figure it out in a day if I tried. But you know what? Okay, anyway, I'm done with the self-depreciation. So since my lighting is coming from the right side, we are making shadows on the left side. So with a new layer that is on screen, we have the base color, and now we're just creating some highlights over so that you guys can clearly see where the light's coming from, right? You guys aren't like, the lighting's coming from below. No, you guys can see that's coming from the right side. Why am I doubting myself? Like, wait, is that the right side? Yes, it is the right side. Okay, but there's sometimes when I'm putting shadow on the left side. Why am I doing that? Also, I'm changing my music and swiping away notifications. So, also, veterans out there, my sweet, sweet veteran nuggets, you guys must understand that you need to focus on each lock of hair. I don't know, I'm probably the only person that finds that funny, because I say that in every single one of my videos. But anyway, so focusing on each lock of hair, it really like minimizes all that, like, you know, you're just like, oh my god, all this hair, I need to shade all of this hair, I wish my OC was bald. But you know what, don't wish that your OC was bald. I mean, if you do, I'm not gonna like blame you that you want him to look like One Punch Man. But anyway, the point is, why am I trying to make jokes? I'm trying to make jokes because I feel bad for calling you guys maggots, so why don't I just re-record and edit it out? Because a part of me thought it was funny. So now, with another screen layer, we're just creating some highlights. You see the bigger end is coming from the right side. Why is the bigger end coming from the right side? Because that is where our light is. Okay, so also I'm just like using the liquify pen just to adjust certain things, because why do I feel like someone's watching me? Like my siblings are spying on me. They're not. Alright, anyway. So now we're just cutting up the highlights wherever our like line art is, or we don't want it to touch the shadows. As you can see, I'm not 100% thorough with this process. Sometimes it is touching the shadows, but we mostly don't want it to touch the shadows. And then we can see that we cut it up in little pieces. Now we're using the Smudge Tool to change the song again. I'm listening to Reflect by Gouda. You know, that amazing VTuber shark girl. Okay. Anyways, we're just using the smudge brush to smudge the bottom, as you can see here. Now with our soft brush, yes, these are all custom brushes. Follow the description to find my custom brushes. They're all free, by the way, so yeah, these are only for IBIS Paint though. So we are creating some shadows underneath the highlights. I have no idea what the reason for that is, but I saw it a lot in anime. Just like, this looks nice, I think I'll steal it. No, I didn't steal it. This says it's anime style, so obviously. Then we're setting it to multiply, and we're lowering the opacity a bit. Then on another multiply layer, we are just creating some shadows coming from the tops of each lock of hair. These are very, very, very soft shadows, by the way, as you can see. They're not like airbrush soft, but they're like soft, okay? Is my explanations clear, or am I as confusing as ever? Anyways, so just like creating also a little extra shade. You can also poke around with shadows. No like harm in pretending you know what you're doing, and then somehow along the way you're like, hey, this looks nice. So yeah. Also just I'm very sorry. I do not have COVID. I just have a sore throat. I'm going to take a rest. With our line brush, this is a layer above all else. We are just using the line brush to create strands of hair. Not just like one strand of hair color, like multiple different colors. Every time I make a strand of hair, you can see that I'm changing the color with the eyedrop tool. So also, don't just make these like straight lines. I know a lot of people just do like, okay, my hair is wavy, so I'm gonna have a straight line. That makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. What you're gonna do is you're going to make a line following your hair, like following the form of your hair, following the strand, the lock of your hair. You're gonna make the strand in the same direction. As you can see, a lot of them are like curved, so I'm making the rest curved. I don't know why, but adding like strands of hair, it makes the hair seem like a lot less thick. I mean, we got nothing against thick hair. I mean, yeah, alright. I don't know, it makes it look like really thick, solid, and kind of like plastic. Really, when I discovered there's a thing called strands of hair, my hair started looking a lot more flowy and natural. You'll be so surprised on how much of a difference that makes. So just like continuously select extra colors and yeah, just keep making line art. Anyway, so I bet everyone was dying, no just kidding, no one was dying, of wondering why I was arguing with a 5-year-old. They asked for a commission, so I was like, okay, great, like here's my commission prices and stuff. And then I was like, you guys need to forward the payment first because I don't trust in these scammers. Making a new layer, getting an airbrush, using a overlay layer, we are then like selecting the root of the hair and the back of the hair where all the shadows will be. Then with a really like light kind of yellow color, we are making some shadow, some lighting. And then with the backlighting with the blue and stuff. Then with a yellow, since our hair is green, usually the highlight color of green is yellow, we then use just an airbrush and dab on some of that pretty glowy stuff. That's on an add layer, by the way. So, anyway, it seems like we're just going to create like a really messy highlight shadow thingy. It's not a shadow, it's a highlight. Why do I say shadow? And we are done. Also, feel free to tag me on Instagram or YouTube so I could see your drawing, and you guys can say like, please give criticism if you would like me to give criticism. If you do not say that, then I'll just compliment it for the effort that you guys put in. Anyway, so this 5-year-old, they're just like, I'd like a commission from you. I'm like, okay, here's all my prices. And they're like, okay, good, I want this and this and this. I'm like, okay, great. And then they're like, I can't find my wallet. It's like, dude, this is online. Why do you need your wallet? And then I'm just like, okay, I guess we can't do this then. And they're like, no, wait, I asked my mom to use her PayPal. I'm like, oh, perfect. And they're like, okay, I forward the payment. I'm like, yeah, I didn't collect anything. And then I looked again and again. I'm like, can you send me a screenshot of where you guys forward the payment to? Because there's evidence of that on PayPal. And they're like, here. And then they're like, why don't you just like teach me how to draw like you draw? I'm like, because that takes time and effort, and you can like visit my YouTube channel. And they're like, no, I want private lessons. It's like, are you gonna pay for that or what? And they're like, no, I just want you to take like 5 hours out of your day because I'm a selfish little kid and I know you got like nothing better to do. Wrong, I do have better things to do. I have video games to play and anime to watch, alright? Also got like tutorials and responsibilities. Anyway, so they basically scammed me, and then they were basically just telling me, like, teach me how to draw. Then like, you just want to teach me how to draw because you're lazy. It's like, I may be lazy, but I got dignity. I'm not going to teach this 5-year-old how to draw just because they're trying to make me feel bad. Alright, so anyway, I blocked them after calling them, like, a loser. I shouldn't have done that. They're just a stupid 5-year-old. Anyway, thanks, and see ya! Oh, I just forgot that I forgot to say something. Hey. Okay, bye.